AWS is one of the well-known cloud service provider we know so far, and today we're going to see how we can access EC2 instance on AWS. So before we go ahead about that, I would like to tell you that EC2 instance is a virtual server. It is a virtual machine that you can access to deploy your artifact or your staging softwares deployment, and then you wanna once the staging works fine, you can put that on a production. So with AWS EC2 instance, you can do numerous things, and EC2 instances has its own benefit. First is that you don't need to require any hardware. You can access the EC2 services anytime you want, and from anywhere you want, as long as you have the access privileges. And it can be scaled up. By scaling up, I mean that the resources of EC2 instance, the resources of the virtual machine can be scaled up, can be increased, and can be decreased by the requirement. So in order to access the AWS EC2 service, we need to go to AWS console. For this, you need to have an AWS account, and you would need to create an account. You can go to this, just want to Google AWS sign up, and you can just sign up for AWS account from here. Amazon gives you 1 year free AWS account, so a free trial account, you can get some benefits of services that are free for you for 1 year. After 1 year, it will be some minimal charge. It's like how much you pay as you go. Like for example, as how much you use, pay for that only. So from here, I have already created this account, so I'm going to log in. I would just sign in and the code. So I am in the account. Once you are logged in into the account, you would see recently visited services. So here we are only checking the EC2 services from here, because we are going to see how we can access EC2 service. So I would click on EC2. You can also search from here. You can find it that way also. From here, you would need to go to instances, and this page would tell us this is the page where we can create instances, the actual EC2 instances. Okay, so you click on launch instance. From here, you need to in this particular section, you need to give the name of your virtual machine. It could be, for your reference, it could be anything. For example, I'll just use test AWS EC2 instance. You can also add additional tags, for example, the project. Tags help you understand for what purpose this EC2 instance is created. It's just a way to understand that for this reason we have created this server and we are doing this on that server. Okay, project, it's a test server. Okay, then from here, this is the section where you need to select your operating system. So I'll just go to the AMI, which stands for Amazon Marketplace for market ID. Please forgive me, I just would go back and tell you. Yeah, Amazon machine image, that's the full form of it. I'm really sorry for not knowing that, it just didn't hit me. So from here, you want to go to AWS Marketplace AMI, and from here just search whatever the operating system you want. I would go with CentOS, so CentOS 7. Just want to hit search, and you can pick up the operating system. So I just would select here, and there are some basic details of the operating system, that it's total price and its product details, pricing, usage, support, and this. So yeah, so you just want to continue. Once you are continued, you would be seeing the next step is that instance type. This is the section where you can select the resource. For example, whether you want to select for you want to have 1 CPU and 1 GB memory, that means 1 GB RAM. You can select, but because we are only doing it for the learning, we are only doing it for learning, or how we can access the AWS instance, we are going to go for pre-tier account, pre-tier plan, or pre-tier instance type. And from here, once that is selected, you can select existing. Okay, basically a pair key would be something that's that system would want to know that only you are trying to access the resource or the virtual machine. So for that you need to create a login pair key. So you can click on create pair key and keep the format as PEM. Enter the key pair name. I would go as test VM key pair and click on create key. Once you click on create key, you would be prompted for installing that particular key. I'll just save it here on this location. Make sure that you know this location. I'll just make it here. Okay, so save that key here and then go for the network settings. These network settings would be responsible how you are going to make this work with externally to internally or internally to externally. For example, consider this as a firewall. In short and easy way to understand, this is kind of a firewall that has the ability to let you in or let you or the external person to access the resources. Okay, so I'm gonna click on edit and give a proper name this time. I'll go for whatever the name I have selected here. And give this name. By default it gives this predefined descriptions which you may change for your own understanding. And this part is very interesting. It says SSH and from the source type. Okay, for example, what we are trying to do here is that inbound security rules. For example, we are trying to access some resource on this virtual machine. We are trying to access this virtual machine using SSH client. Then we need to allow our IP to to pass through this firewall, to pass through this security. Okay, so for this, the type of service that we are the function which we are trying to access is SSH, which has port number 22, and the access type would be my IP because I want to access it. Not anybody can access it. Only me would be accessing it. And you can also give the description SSH allowed. Once that is done, you just don't need to do anything. There is one advanced section here. This would be a user data file which you can so there are some bash scripting. For example, what you want to do once the virtual machine is booted up, what you want to do, whatever, like for example, we want to have the server install some web servers or some packages, something that you can write predefinedly here in a form of a bash scripting, and then you can launch instance. So I don't want to do anything like that, so I'll just click on launch instance. Since AWS EC2 instance is a free is a like a service, it's a cloud service, so fast, so quick to boot up, you don't really need so much time to wait until it boots up. So click on instance again. It's saying it's pending, it's preparing the resource, it should be ready. So you just want to click on reload. Keep clicking on reload or just wait for 5 seconds and check back again. So we'll just wait for that. So yeah, as you can see, the instance current state of the instance is running. So I'll just need to click on this section, select the instance name, and from here I just want to verify the public IP. Okay, we need this public IP, so I'll just save it here. The first thing is the path where we saved that key pair. Second is public IP. This IP we would need to access the SSH, and then you want to go up and click on connect. Okay, by default the user is EC2_user, EC2-user, but sometimes the user depends upon the AMI that the operating system that you install on. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So I'll just click. So from here you want to click on SSH client and click on this example command. Paste that command. This says SSHI, this PEM key, the key pair which we downloaded, the user EC2-user, and you just want to replace that this whole host name with the IP, because we never know if that host name is pointed or not. So you just copy this one. So now our command is ready. Now we need a medium to access the SSH. So for that I have installed Git Bash. It's a great application for accessing SSH, or it's so easy to access things over this. So I would need to go to this location which I have already mentioned here, user OneDrive, and So C user run OneDrive desktop. After that, downloads. Okay, and LH. Yep, what is the key name? Key name is test VM. Okay, VM. And yeah, the key file is present in this directory. Now here I just need to copy. So it is very necessary that you need to run this command from the path where the key pair is downloaded. I'll just paste here, and wait for the prompt. It's asking yes, no. Okay, so it says permission denied. So because we are running CentOS, the user might be CentOS. I have already checked it, so I'll just try with the CentOS user. As I shared you that the user of this machine can change, depends upon the operating system. Now as you can see, the CentOS IP means we are in basically it let us in because the username is showing here. So I'll just verify that. Who am I? So it's CentOS. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's see release. Okay, release Red Hat release. Okay. So as you can see, CentOS Linux release 7.9 2009. So we were able to access the EC2 server. This is how you will access the EC2 instance on your for your purposes. You can deploy softwares, or just maybe you want to install LampStack and want to install WordPress over here for your test environment. Do this, do that. Just boost up your knowledge for that. So this is how we would go for creating EC2 instances. From here, yeah, there are lots of variations, lots of features included with these instances. For example, you can assign elastic IPs. You make use of a load balancer. It's like a gateway, so that others. This is more useful when you host a website. Okay, so this is how we actually access EC2 instance, and I hope you like the video. So once your purpose is done, from here you can exit out and go back to the instance section. Make sure that you click on stop instance to stop the instance. So because letting it run without you are just keeping the service running and you're not using it, so it's no use. It may also cause some charges, so that's the reason why it should be stopped and it has to be eradicated. So I'll just click on terminate instance. From instance state, click on terminate instance, and once you are done, you want to go back to EC2 dashboard and make sure that instances running should be 0, so it will never incur any charges. So you visit the AWS section, log into your console, open up an instance, access that instance, do your work, test it. If you are done, close it and terminate the instance. That's how you. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. If you want to get to know awesome tech related information like this, then please visit my website. Open your favorite browser, type techdecipher.com, browse the website, bookmark the page, and thank you for your time.